it didn't work out so well. Because I don't know, they had a issue or something like that, technical one. So let me check that out. So I'm pretty excited about this game, I gotta tell you, because the last 2 games were tough to watch. I think it was not the easiest experience, I think, for all of us. So let's check it out. Match will start in a bit, and then I will fix my screen. I hope so. I'm sorry for that. So let's check it out. Arsenal versus Como. And you have seen Como before? I haven't, actually. I'm not sure about that. I haven't seen them, just in highlights maybe, but a very good side. Trained by CEST Fabregas, old Arsenal player and pretty good one before he unfortunately went to Barcelona and Chelsea, of all teams. But that's not the issue today. I wondered if Arsenal didn't win the league and haven't won the league last year, maybe he would have been a possibility if the board thought that Arteta isn't the right man. But we see now that he was. Arsenal here, and this is unfortunately, nearly a good chance for Arsenal. But Como defended with their lives, and they managed to hit the ball away. Was the foul? Yeah, I think there was a foul, offensive foul. And otherwise, yeah, Alvarez is the big name striking position, and we need another center back. So there is constant discussion from Aston Villa. I think it will be a good one, but he will be roughly around 70 million pounds, I think, or euros or so. And also Koundé from Barcelona is actually in discussion. A little bit more experienced player, but he normally plays a fullback role, but he can also play in the middle. So I'm pretty interested in what we would do. But we need 2 players at least, one attacking and one center back, or maybe 2 offensive players. If you give me Alvarez and Barcola, okay, maybe we'll patch it. The back line with Calafiori, with Nketiah, these players who can also play center backs. Good chip by Arsenal. No. I said good chip, and it was not the best one to Max Dowman. Friend for Como. So excuse me if the, I don't know, on OBS, which I use to stream, it works fine. At YouTube, it doesn't. Is the smooth experience so far, but I think this will hopefully solve itself. And just tell me what you think so far of the game. I think it was a decent start from Arsenal. Como, yeah, hasn't shown anything really to be excited about so far, but that's good for us, so they should keep it. Very excited how they play. I think they've got a back three, and I think they play a little bit, I think, like Arteta does. Can play with 3 center backs. And I think he just plays like a little bit like Arteta, and also Xabi Alonso likes to play with back 3, who can then you can have a back line of 5. So it just mixes and matches what just suits your situation. So very interesting technical battle as well, even though it's just preseason, but it's football, and we're so glad to have football back. I'm so glad that we've got football back. Just checking out which stream is better. Yeah, I think this one. This one works better. Where do you watch the game? Let me know and tell me if you're very interested in that. So yeah, but I think so far the transfer window was pretty underwhelming for Arsenal. Yes, we got Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno, I will call him because it's easier to spell. But Bruno Guimaraes, I think, is a great addition for us. Together with Rice, he will make music in the middle, defensively and as well as offensively, and he's just a character, which is great to see in our team. A little bit of fight, a little bit of leadership, more leadership for us. I think he will get a big role there. And yeah, otherwise it's just the third goalkeeper because Kepa's playing nearly the majority of the game or always starts in front of Meslier, I think from Leeds he came. Yeah, but I think we got to do more because we just need offensive players because we lost Trossard, and Trossard was an important player for us, a big player, moments player for us. And yeah, I think that would be a great move. I think Dolls showed a pretty decent spelling so far, or he just was pretty good. He had an assist, he had goals in the preseason matches so far, but I think he will not be enough. Yeah, and you cannot just set your hopes on that Martinelli just gets his form back from 2022-23 season. So it's a long time ago, and otherwise Arsenal wouldn't flirt with getting maybe a deal done with Galatasaray if they get one winger more on the left side. I think right side is pretty set, but if I'm totally honest, yes, if Max Naumann is the backup, it's great. Madueke just was not that good. This is a good ball in. I think this is Gabriel Jesus. Ooh, nearly a good cross, but the cross was not enough. Ah, that's unfortunate. That was not a good cross. But well done here. This is Gabriel Jesus. Great ball in. To Martinelli. The Brazilian combination 1-2. And then Martinelli. Yeah, the final ball is not good. Final ball wasn't good. I thought he would maybe shoot, but he looked to try to make an assist and just didn't work out. But it was a good counter situation from Arsenal. We are not used to have many counters, or are not the best transition team. I think so. Well done. That's nice. Down man. Ah, just loses the ball when he went inside the 16-yard box. He went into the box. This is a chance for Como. Yeah, but they just slow the passage down. So Arsenal can come back in bunches. The whole team is back. Just water. So 20 minutes played. Still no goals to show for. Now Como has a little bit more space on the left-hand side. Let us see what they will do. Good combination. And it's a save for Kepa. Ball would have gone wide, but that made sure that nothing would happen of that. This is a corner for Como. So we got to be careful here. Not concede again. After so many goals, we just 8 in the last 2 games. So corner for Como. Yeah, but Kepa is the winner here from this corner kick, from the set piece situation, and now we roll on. It would be so nice to get a win. I know it's just preseason, as I mentioned before. I know I mentioned that often, but we need, I think, a good experience today. We need the goals. Score 2, score 3 goals. Have a good feeling to go into the Community Shield. Yeah, it's just a Community Shield, but it's prestige, and we want to win trophies. So why not also get maybe the smallest trophy we can get this season, or at least the smallest trophy. Maybe just in front of the League Cup. But yeah, it's kind of a super cup to say, Community Shield. Yeah. So let's just ask them. Okay. So Como has got the ball with the fullbacks, but Arsenal pressing nicely. There is no opportunity to play out from the back. Yeah, they're a little bit shaky, I think. The goalkeeper is a little bit shaky. The backline is a little bit shaky sometimes. I think they have a hard time to play out from the back. This time they solve it, and Gabriel with the foul. But I don't think Cesc Fabregas will be pleased with the first 22 minutes, or not too pleased. And Arteta, I think, yeah, I think he will be mildly excited because we've shown one or two situations, but in the end, we're just not focused enough in front of goal. The last ball's just not working out so far, but I think we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm optimistic. But not right now, if I have to be honest, it looks a little bit like a nothing game here, scoring wise. 24th minute, and I think there will be the cooling break just in a few minutes. We used to from the World Cup. Good pressing from Arsenal. They at least try to press when Como wants to come into our own half. Well done, and then not so well done. Throw in for Como. So let's find out who will get the next opportunity. We are, because our last chance was a little bit, or was some minutes ago. If you enjoy here what I'm doing, I'm SevGunner, or call me Sev, my nickname. Just smash a like, subscribe, and hype this channel. It's just a very young channel, so please be patient with me. But I think so far it's an exciting experience. I hope also for you. And if you're live, just let me know what are your thoughts about this game currently. What are your thoughts about the transfer window so far? Who should we get? Let me know. Left winger, attacker, center back, right winger, maybe backup for Saka. Somebody into the midfield. I don't think we need another goalkeeper. Except maybe a better number 2. I think Kep is iffy, sometimes good, but can have these moments as he had against Betis Sevilla. But just let me know, transfer-wise, what do you think in the comments and the live chat, and I will come back to you. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts about this game. I think it's fine so far, but it's not the most aesthetic pleasing game, aesthetically wise. There's a foul in Gabriel. Let's check out again. Yeah, hit him slightly, but it hurt him. on the ankle. I think there wasn't too much in it, if you ask me. So it's interesting to see SevGunner goes back at the Emirates. As a player who was a really good player for Arsenal, a very young player when he started on the Arsene Wenger. When he got his chance as a very young player. And I'm excited that he's back in the stadium, although he's the coach of Como. But I think he will get an opportunity to get to even bigger clubs in the next few years. Maybe we'll see him again in some years. I don't know, but it's a possibility. Better than to go to Chelsea, but I hope that Arteta stays our coach, of course, and that he is so successful that we will never think about letting him go. Because I think we're the favorites for the we're the favorites for the Premier League, I think, and we're also one of the bigger names when it comes to the Champions League, and so will be a very exciting season. I'm just so happy that it's coming back. Football is back officially for me. Yeah, the World Cup was really nice, a really nice experience. Just something else every 4 years, but I think it was pretty good quality wise in the knockout phase, and some group matches were exciting. But now I'm so happy that we're just back and seeing Arsenal again live at the Emirates. And now we've got a big opportunity for Eze. Free kick. Let's check it out. Come on, Arsenal. Eze chips the ball in. No, was not a good ball. Straight at the keeper. Just too much power on it. Como just. I think they wanted to play it fast, but that didn't work out at all. Fortunately for us. Nearly 30 minutes played. No changes so far. And also, once again, a bad pass by Como. This is an opportunity for us maybe to play out fast, but it takes too long. I think Arsenal wants to, in Arteta style, control the ball more and not just give it away straight away. Once again, this is Julian. Good throw in. And Gabriel Jesus thought there was somebody behind, but there was nothing. This is Gabriel, I think. Oh, mistake by Arsenal. But we recover. Nketiah with the foul. Recovers good. There was a mistake by Gabriel. I think so. Haven't seen Salmon so far, so good sign for him. Because normally we just see the center backs when they're making a mistake, and not if they're making something great. Remember them better. Foul from Arsenal. Is there much in it from Julian? Just looking up his profile. Very interested. Haven't heard much of him, to be honest. Let me check him out. I'm sorry, he's our right back. English countryman, 18 years of age. Big opportunity for him. Also for Salmon, just 16 years of age, Marty Simon. That's huge talent for Arsenal. Hoping he develops as we wish. Just like a Wanieri, just like a Masu Skelly. That would be very exciting. So there's a cooling break. Starting with the 30th minute. I don't know, actually, do they start it at the same minute? Yeah, it's tough to do it at the same minute, but I'm just wondering because sometimes it's the 27th minute, 28th minute, sometimes it's 30th minute. So far so good. Let's look shortly into the stats. Was not much happening. 3 shots for Arsenal, 2 for Como, 1 shot on target for each team. And otherwise, yeah, we hit the woodwork once, but was an offside situation. And otherwise, ball possession a little bit in favor of Como, but that's just 5% up. So that's not a big issue. I think it's fascinating, the cooling break, because I think the cooling break, yeah, nice to cool down, to get something to drink, but it's a great opportunity. But I think it's a better opportunity for coaching wise for the worst, for the inferior side, because I think the better side, if the game goes well, the more inferior team has a harder chance to communicate. Maybe the stadium's loud. Also, the away team has to be hard to communicate sometimes, because the coach is shouting and nobody hears him, or just the players who are nearest to his touchline. So it's I think it's a good idea, actually, because more times than not it gets harder also in England. And yeah, why not let the players have a sip of water? We can also head maybe to a tall break or something else, or sip something, take a beverage or something else. And for the coaches, it's a great opportunity to just yeah, get in what they wanted to say. So that's pretty nice. So let's see. It's just some instructions. What do you think actually? And now the game continues. What do you think actually about the? Let me know. Oh, there's a big chance, and this is a goal for Arsenal. 1-0 for Arsenal. Come on, Miles Lewis Kelly. Well done. And again, Como is just not concentrated enough. Get in. Yes. Come on. Maybe this will wake up also the crowd yet again, because it was not a great game until this point from us. But yet again, Como has a big mistake in him in the back line. And now we finally take advantage of that. And again, the goalkeeper, what is he doing? Ball drops then to Maestro Skelly and to Martinelli before. Maestro Skelly, then Martinelli. A little bit ping pong. And then it is 1-0 for Arsenal. Come on. I think this is the best answer from Maslus Kelly to shut down these rumors. I don't hope that Arsenal want to sell him. He wants to stay at Arsenal. He was also a bit confused with his camp, that there were rumors, there are rumors that he maybe will go to Chelsea or Manchester United, but we cannot let go such a great talent. Although yes, maybe from the opportunities he will get, it will be a little bit tougher. But happy and glad to see him in the starting lineup, and happy to see him score. And yeah, my goal scoring tip from before the match, I hadn't had him on my sheet. I said Eze, and I said Damen. So wait and see. Maybe we get 3 goals in total. But this should wake up, I think, our team. Not a foul from Arsenal, but yeah, 15 minutes before the break. Great sign. After maybe the cooling break helped us. Maybe the cooling break helped us and we just communicated better. But it was a howler from the goalkeeper. Yet again, I think it was a second or third mistake, and we finally capitalized from that. This is just awesome. This is just awesome. Yeah, I know, preseason, but everybody's want to get a win. So great sign for an Arsenal just to get 1 goal before the break. Maybe now the players even get more motivated to get a win today and to show off here. Especially the players like Manieri, maybe also Kelly, and also the young lads like Julien on the right-hand side and the fullback side, and also Salmon, because chances are limited for such players. For Manieri more, for Kelly not that much, but it will be tough for him also with now Guimaraes in the midfield. We've got Superman, we've got Rice, so many options. But he will find his spot because we have so many competitions, and I think he's just such a great and expanding player forward. I think this is the greatest asset. He's just an 8. He's not a 6 for me. And we will need spells where Rice and Guimaraes need rest. And we also have so many competitions like Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, Community Shield, you name it, and the Premier League. So Championship, yeah. FA Cup, League Cup, Carabao Cup, as it's called. Great game. With 1 goal ahead, it finally looks a little bit more shining. It was not the best game so far, but now I'm a little bit more pleased. Because in the Sevilla game, we got behind. In the Dortmund game, we got behind, so it's nice to get a head start. Yeah, I'm also thinking about who could maybe come in the second half. I think of, as always, I'm thinking of maybe Gyökeres or Havertz, maybe both. I don't think so, but maybe. Who could we bring us? Who do you think we will get into the game? Maybe Mosquera, second half is a shout. And maybe Mikel Merino, because he hasn't had any game minutes so far. I think he's a shout for the second half. Maybe also a little bit of Noni Madueke. 36 minutes played, throw in for Arsenal. No, it's Como actually, I'm sorry. Missed that. Just let me know what you think about the situation regarding transfer window and regarding this game. What do you think? Now we're 1-0 up. We will see 3 goals from us, 4 goals. Maybe we concede. I don't think it looks like that. Como, I think, is very, I don't know. They're not a very expanding team. I think maybe they're a good side defending wise, but attacking wise, I don't think so. But yeah, it's of course it's preseason. It's a mixed bag of the team, and Arsenal has more quality. Arsenal has more money, of course, in the team. Or the owners have more money. But Como was bought because Como was not a player in the Serie A, and then they just rose. I think from second league or third league, I don't know, but I think Como is just known for George Clooney, who lives there, actor. So, but let me know what you think so far. 1-0 for Arsenal. Yes, great sign. We scored. Match is not the greatest quality, but some players showed up so far. I think Wanieri has a good game today. I think Master Skelly, yes, he scored. That's great. And yeah, let's see if something else happens before the break. It would be nice to get a second and to just keep the pressure high. Also in Como, even though it's just a test match or it's a friendly, but it would be nice to have a few more goals for Arsenal to just see something also for the fans in the stadium who pay the big money to see this game, to see Arsenal playing. And here we've got it. Fabio Vieira into the game. 40th minute, he takes the corner. And also Eze out, I missed that. Fabio Vieira and Victor Gyökeres are in also for Gabriel Jesus. So short spell for Gabriel Jesus. So corner kick for Arsenal. Fabio Vieira, I think he had a good sequence against Dortmund, where he at least tried when he came on late into the game. And now we've got a corner kick. Come on, make a second, Arsenal. Come on. Fabio Vieira chips it in from the right-hand side. Straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Can happen. Yeah, our crosses are not the best today, but that's also a little bit predicted because there are so many combinations of players who don't play usually together, so it's I think it's hard to figure it out because Fabio Vieira is normally not a regular starter. He got loaned to Hamburg, I think, last season, has foul. And yeah, I think he didn't wear an Arsenal shirt for quite some time. And now we've got Gyökeres in, no Jesus, so different players. Well done by Martinelli, right hand side. This is Julian Dauman. Well done. Moves into the middle. Tips the ball in. This is Mazzucchelli. And just overhit this ball. Or underhit it, so it's skied. 3-4 yards over the bar. But nice sequence by Martinelli. Greatly done. Just fools 2 defenders or 2 midfielders. Also nicely done by Julian. And then the speed by Dauman, just the wiggle he's got, and then just a little bit wide, but very good opportunity for Mazzucchelli, and great showing. This is another mistake. I think this is Martinelli. It's just a sloppy pass. He feeds the ball better. It's a great chance for us. 41 minutes played. And Arsenal gets a little bit better. Of course, we've got now Gyökeres up front. Just checking out my game feed. So 1-0 still. So let me know in the comments what you think so far. Nearly one half played. Should we make more substitutions? Who would you want to see? And who are you most surprised by in this first half? Who is your current man of the match so far? I think it'll be interesting. Mazzucchelli showed up a little bit. Dauman, Ranieri, great spelling. And now we've got another corner. Another corner for Arsenal, for Martinelli. 45th minute. So we're nearing the first half, but we've got a great chance. Arsenal huddling 4 players in the box all together, as we like to do under Jova, our technical coach, set piece coach. But just a short ball in, and then an offensive foul by Arsenal. Should have done better, could have done better, could have, should have. And this is the first half. So there's no added minutes on. Let me know in the chat what you think. We'll just hurry up, pick another bottle of water, just a refill, a toilet break, and be right back. See you. And so I'm back. So halftime break. So what do you think so far? Yet again, just let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about this game so far. And also let me know what you think will be happening in the transfer window. Will we get some players in? Hopefully, left wing attacker, as I mentioned, maybe also center back would be, I think, the main targets. Main target should be Barcola. As I mentioned before, I think Alvarez would be great. And yeah, maybe Konsa or Koundé in the center back position from Aston Villa or from Barcelona. I think Alvarez deal will be very, very hard. The Alvarez deal, I'm sorry. But otherwise, I think should be great. And yeah, I think it was a fine game so far. from Arsenal. It was not the best game. It wasn't the worst game, but we haven't seen many opportunities for Arsenal. A little bit more chances at the end for Arsenal, but I think Como was just meh. Como was just not at it, I think, in the first half. And I think CEST Fabregas, after okay start, 20 minutes in, I think he will not be pleased because they had a howler in defense. They had, I think, three mistakes or two. But twice the keeper was at fault, or yeah, I think twice or three times. And the one time, it was just a charm for us. And Master Skelly just played ping pong with Martinelli after the goalkeeper just couldn't hit the ball cleanly to his man. And so great 1-0 for Arsenal at the break. I think, or I hope, we will see some changes and some more opportunities for starting caliber role players, or also for backups, for rotational pieces, maybe also for players who we want to sell, because I think we're not a very good selling club. Other clubs are way better at that and get way better fees than we do. Yeah, and I'm very interested if we get something done, and we need to get something done. We need to get something done. I think we've got 18 days left, 19 days left or so, and we need to improve this team. Most definitely, we need to improve this team. Offensively, left wing still a big question mark. Solis showed up the first 2 preseason games. Maybe we'll see him in the second half. I hope so. But I think if Martinelli stays with his current form, which is not been the best at the World Cup, it was a bit better for Brazil, but for Arsenal last season it was not very good. He wasn't very good, and yeah, I just hope that we get a left winger and a striker. I think this is the main targets, because I think Hincapié, Calafiori maybe can also play at the center back role, and maybe if you need it, a Rice could do it as well. Maybe then with Masu Skelly and Guimaraes in the midfield. So I think we have got the options there to mix it up. But I think we will need more offensive weapons, striker and left wing. And yeah, I would prioritize left wing, actually, if you ask me. But yeah, maybe this season will be better also from Gyökeres. His season was fine. Was not the best. We expected way more from him, but maybe he needed to adapt 1 year. I think he's not the strongest at the ball, but maybe not technically the strongest player, but he's a strong guy. That can help in the Premier League, and I think he will have a better season, hopefully. Yeah, and then we just have Kai, and I think Gabriel Jesus, you see it, just gets a few minutes here and there, but he's likely to move maybe, but his wages, I think, could be a big problem, because he's has, I think, the third highest wages at Arsenal, behind just, I think, Saka, and I don't know who are the biggest players at us, but it's Saka and Havertz. Yeah, then I think it's Gabriel Jesus, so it will be tough to sell him, because he didn't have great years the last 2 seasons or so. Weren't great, 2-3 seasons, always hurt. But I hope for him that it gets better for him at Arsenal, or at another club. So let's find out here. And yeah, let's check it out. Still talking. What do you think actually of the kits? Arsenal jerseys, Arsenal kits. I think the home one is decent this year. I liked the last one's years better if you're into kits, and I think the best one is actually the blue one, the away kit. And the yellow kit is also, the third kit is fine as well. I think the red tone is not the most appealing. I think it's too much, actually. I think the yellow one is fine. The white one. So in 2 to 5 minutes, I think we will continue here. Continue with the match against Como. Just let's check out the bench yet again. So Fabio Vieira got in. to the game for Eze, who got a short spell after the World Cup, which is to be expected because because of factors of rest, because there's so many games in the through the whole season. And Victor Gyökeres got in, I think, fairly early, just after 32 minutes. We had a few changes. I think Salman actually has a good game for Arsenal. Maslow Skelly has had a good game so far, scored a goal. Wanieri was active, and Martinelli was decent. I guess it was also flashing his ability. And if you ask me regarding changes, I think maybe Mosquera could get into the side because I think he could be the pairing with Gabriel if we don't get another centre back. And then maybe we'll see Bruno Guimaraes because Bruno Guimaraes will play plenty of games for us. I think in the 8 role, and we get to get him acclimated. I'm sorry. And Mikel Merino. I think we haven't seen him for a while. Tallest is a shout, of course, and also Noni Madueke. I think we'll get some minutes today, which will be important also for him to get his feet back under his just to have a little bit of match experience, which is very, very important for the players in front of a long, huge season for us. Premier League, Champions League, League Cup, Carabao Cup it's named, then Community Shield, one more extra game for us, and FA Cup. So plenty of things to do for us. But Premier League is our focus, of course, or is my bread and butter is always the Premier League. I want to win it every year. It was tough the last few years, but last season was just amazing. It was just so great. I hope you enjoyed it as well as me. And Champions League final was a tough pill to swallow, but PSG is right now the best team in the world for my money. Have the most quality, and so we got to get quality into the side. I think to even fare better against these teams, to match up better, because we did everything we could do, I think, in the final. But if we would have been more open, I think they would have scored goals. So it went into penalties, and we were a bit unlucky or hadn't our shooting boots on. Can happen to everybody. But the Premier League season was great. But I think we're the favorites for the Premier League, if you ask me regarding this season. And Champions League, we're one of the favorites. It's tough to say because there's so many teams. Maybe Real Madrid will come back. Barcelona will get a little bit stronger. Let's see how strong City will actually be this season without Pep Guardiola. Can they even hold the level? And what are the others doing? Xabi Alonso, Iraola is his name, from Liverpool, the coach from Bournemouth, Iraola. It will be interesting. And also Manchester United with Michael Carrick. So many also fairly young coaches in their role. And the steady Eddie, Mikel Arteta, of course. I'm very pleased that we've got him. We've got the most experience at the head coach position with the coach, which is quite nice. So just refresh that I haven't missed something. Where do you actually watch it? And if we're live, just let me know your thoughts about this game. Are you excited about this game, or do you think it's a nothing game? 1-0, big mistake of the opponent. But otherwise than that, we haven't seen a very strong side of Como. I think they were just weak defensively, playing out of the back. They couldn't really deal with our press, and the goalkeeper was just not at it at all. Just a little bit of a horror show. And I think otherwise, I said it before, Kepa had nothing to do, I think. I mentioned that before. Let's find out if Arsenal will do more in the second half. Or can they do even more? I think they can. And I think we should see some changes. So, second half is on, and we see changes. Bruno Guimaraes is in with his first few minutes for Arsenal. Just so excited and happy to see him in an Arsenal shirt. Will be a great season, hopefully, for him. And a title-winning side. Such a good player for Newcastle, and I'm excited to see him. I said he needed minutes. I called it out. No, it was just obvious, I think. And just let's check it out if there's something else happening. No, it's Bruno in. So, Arsenal fans with a standing ovation for Bruno. Just welcoming into our Arsenal side, incredible side at the Emirates, full packed house today, as usual. And also changes for Como. Miller gets in. Number 6, so defensively, I think. Substitution. Some changes we'll see. Maybe also a starting player. I'm not very familiar with Como. And here we have it. Oh, David Raya's back in goal. First minutes for him. In front of a long season. He had he had the longest one regarding, because the goalkeeper, he nearly plays every game. Yeah, Kepa sometimes came in for him in the cups, but otherwise than that, long World Cup season and World Cup champion. So happy for him, for Subimedi, for Marino. Well done to them. And Christian Mosquera, yes, Christian Mosquera is back. And also Martin Odegaard is in. So many changes. So who came out? So Wanieri came out. Odegaard in for him. Guimaraes in. So actually it would be Odegaard, I think, for Dauman, position-wise. Bruno Guimaraes will come in, I think, at the 6. And I guess Kepa will play in goal. Not just kidding. So, just a bad joke. So, second half starts. Arsenal kicks it off. And hopefully our new players will shine. Our substitutions will have a good cameo. I hope Guimaraes, maybe. Imagine he would score today. Good chip in, good ball in. This is Gyökeres. Nicely done. Good touch, but a bad shot. Or was it a shot? He tried. It's a 1-1. I've missed a goal. I'm sorry. Yet again, the stream is a bit laggy. Looking forward to the season when I've got my package set up. A good chip in by Odegaard. Well done by Gyökeres to stop the ball, but his shot was just mishit it. But what happened? We like to concede goals this preseason. I don't know why. Good ball in by Como. Well done by Salmon. And Mosquera, I think, cleared the ball. This is Gyökeres just getting fouled. No? What? It's a foul or not? Yeah, it's a foul on Gyökeres. Who just stood strong. I'm gonna say it was not a foul. Well, that's kind of surprising, I think. It's surprising. And Como just changed one time with Miller. defensive midfielder. But decent press by Arsenal. Just want to limit Como's ability to move up the pitch. But 2 scores. Missed it totally, I'm sorry. Yeah, but Arena scored. But nonetheless, now we've got even more motivation to go up in front yet again. No. Okay, Croatian. Croatian. The 49th minute played 1-1. Arsenal conceded an early goal, unfortunately, in the second half. But I'm optimistic because now we've got Guimaraes in, we've got Odegaard in, and Gyökeres, which could give us just more maturity and leadership. And here we've got it. I think we'll see it plenty. Guimaraes to Odegaard. And also back again. Oh, Odegaard got fouled. Limps a bit. Should be okay, hopefully. He sometimes has these nagging injuries. Just a little bit of injury-prone player. But I hope he can stay fit and will be an asset to us this season, as he was at the end of last season. Nearly Como had a good chance, but the ball was just too much power played. Just hit too far. This isn't a chance now. This is Gyökeres. Ball in. No, 2 Gyökeres, I'm sorry. This is Guimaraes. Julian, nicely played. 1-2. This is Vieira. And nearly ball came in. Oh man, unfortunate for Arsenal. The sequence. I think there's a little bit more urgency now with starting caliber players who came back. And we should have more ball possession with Odegaard and with Guimaraes in the midfield. Even though I think Eze did a good cameo for 30 minutes. But I think these will be starting room players, Odegaard, Guimaraes in the 8 and Rice. But Rice will get his rest, his fair rest after a long tournament he's got with England. Martinelli yet again, left-hand side. Could be his last game. Maybe. If Arsenal get a transfer in fast, but I don't think so. I think it will be a bit nagging until the end of the transfer window for Arsenal because, yeah, it's just such a calm transfer window for Arsenal. Got Bruno Guimaraes in, our big signing, and Meslier just the third goalkeeper, and otherwise just sold. Martinelli, this is a big chance for Arsenal. How has Fabio Vieira managed to score here? Oh my goodness. Great run in, great ball in by Guimaraes. And there he showed what he can give us. Good ball in. Oh, this is Hincapié, I'm sorry. To Odegaard. 1-2. Left foot, right foot, left foot. Assisting Fabio Vieira, and he has to do better. He has to score here. This is a 100% goal chance. This was a sitter. Okay, but let's move on. Corner kick for Arsenal. 53rd minute. Played now. Hopefully, a good corner this time because they weren't good in the first half. Looks decent, but straight at the goalkeeper. Well done by Mosquera, but couldn't get enough power on it. A better delivery, I think. from the set piece taker. If we just look a bit sharper, this is Bruno once again, just delivering balls, wide balls, and also short passes. And you see the importance he could have for us in this squad. And I think he will have a huge season for Arsenal. And I'm so excited to see him in an Arsenal shirt. I think as an opponent, he's a feisty player, an aggressive leader, and he was a little bit annoying at Newcastle. But if he plays for you, perfect player, and you will love him, and we will love him. So many changes at the start of the second half. Unfortunately, we conceded the goal, but I think we will score. We will score at least once. And my scoring prediction would be right, but I hope for more. I hope for 2 more goals for Arsenal, maybe 3. I'm a bit greedy. Getting goals, score more is always better than score less. But we have to be concentrated and focused so that we don't concede any more goals, because we have conceded 7 goals in 3 matches. This is pretty rough, I think. But yes, of course, with another but also with Mosquera and Gabriel in the back line. So against Dortmund, we maybe played with our starting back line because Gabriel Saliba is injured, and it will take a few weeks until he's back. So very interested in that. And I think today, actually, yeah, we conceded once, but I think the defense looked a little bit stronger in the back line, a little more stable. But Como was not very good in the first half. So yeah, I'll take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, and now there are some changes also for Como. Don't ask me about these players. I didn't watch Como last year, so I generally don't have the time to watch Serie A or don't watch it. It's Jesus Rodriguez and Cacere. Maxence Cacere sounds French, and Jesus Rodriguez. Okay. Jesus Rodriguez, or how he is spelled. Check out the stats real fast. 9 to 3 shots for Arsenal, so Arsenal got the goal. Beforehand, I think it were 3 to 2 shots or something like that. 4 shots in goal for Arsenal, against 2 from Como, and touches in the opposition box 28 for Arsenal, just 9 for Como. And position wise, it flipped 55% now for us. In the first half, it was Como. Just refresh my stream so that I'm on it. And let me know what you think so far from the game. And how excited are you that Bruno Guimaraes is finally in an Arsenal shirt? Finally, we did it. We managed to get him over the line. It was, I don't know, these Arsenal transfers are always seem a little bit frustrating on the way. Just long, winding periods where you don't know, do we get the player or not? Okay, Vinny Jr. was tough. Of course, Vinny Jr. was tough. I think he just actually used Arsenal to get a better deal at Madrid. But it was, I think it was very ambitious from Arsenal, and I think we should do that more often. I think we should go hard for, if they want Yildiz Cannoniers from Juventus, they should go hard for him. And I think they should go hard for Barcola to snag him also off Liverpool, an opponent who could get stronger in the next, I think, 2 seasons. I think they will need one, at least with the new coach, and to get better players in. But we have to be ambitious to get better players and to really threaten for the Champions League, to really can get over the line against these powerhouses like PSG. It would be tough to dethrone them because I think they're the strongest team, but we are close. We're close, and we're not that far off, I think. I think Marty Simon has a good game. 16 years of age, just letting a player miss. Very, very exciting one. 16 years of age. I'm not saying he's the next Max Dauman, but defensively, maybe. He is the opposite of the offensive prowess of Max Dauman, or his talent, his ability. This is now short. Short free kick, just a pass by Salman, then a chip. Didn't work out this time by Bruno Guimaraes, but he has to get a little bit of game time, a little bit of minutes into his legs. Had also a long season with Brazil in the World Cup, not that long as he would have wished for, I think. But it was a long season also for him, so we got to be careful to not overuse our players, and so we need a bigger squad. Great ball in. Oh, nearly, but there's an offside. Offside. Who was it? So White will come in. Mikel Merino, as I said before. I guess his first minutes. Subimendi looks like it. Nah, this is Solis. I'm sorry, and Calafiori. So many changes. So Nketiah comes out. White in for him, or Calafiori. Jovic slaps him. So also Madueke will come in. So mature players and starting caliber, starting 11 players. There's for the starting 11. Interesting. Who comes out? Also Havertz. Okay, I think we will be finished after that with changes. Check it out, the lineup. Joker is also out. That was a short spell for him, but he wants to give a chance to Jokeres, to Gabriel Jesus, and to Havertz. Okay, can understand that. So Kelly comes out, Mikel Merino in, Martinelli out, Solis in for him on the left side, of course. Was this his last game? I think he will get another. If he goes to Galatasaray, maybe he stays. But I hope for a better option, even though I like him. He's very, I think, nice guy. Seems like a nice guy. And is a good footballer, but just hasn't shown anything for us the last few years. And Havertz is in. And Mikel Merino is back for us. So who do you want in our squad? If you're watching live, let me know in the chat. Who do you want as a new signing, or don't we even, or are we set with this team as it is? Bruno Guimaraes, maybe this is our crown transfer this summer window. I think, yeah, maybe he will be our best transfer. He's right now our best transfer this window, but will we get another left winger, striker, center back? I'm really excited about this phase, even though it's such a calm time for Arsenal fans this time. Great ball in. This is Madueke, and this is a corner. Yes, it's a corner kick for Arsenal. Yet again, a set piece. And I think he will take him himself. Actually, it's Madueke. Yes. 63rd minute play. Calafiori in, White in, Havertz in. So as we come nearer the first actual games of the season, Premier League wise, and also the Community Shield, we see similar faces. So decent ball in, but bad header by Salmon. But it was Salmon yet again. So Nice showing. 16 years of age. He has a big body, and he fought for it. But he's a young lad, so we got to be patient with him. I don't think he will get too many minutes, but if he shows up, maybe he's the next Max Dowman, and he will get his opportunity, his fair share of opportunities. Front for Como. But Arsenal is way more dominant the second half, even though we conceded, because now we've got our starting 11 caliber of players in. Zolis, nice move. Looks smooth on the ball, actually. It looks technically wise. Not that strong as Trossard, but I think he knows what he can do. And he has a good... yeah, he has just an ability to assist, I think. Yes, he can score, but he's also, I think, a good... he can play a good ball. He just has the eyes for the other players. Chance for Arsenal and foul form, by the way. Offensive foul. Was a little bit unnecessary, but okay, fine. It is what it is. Sometimes you get a foul. So 64th minutes played. Referee screening. What's so funny here? Focus in their task. You shall have fun. So let me know if you're live. Who is your desired player? Who do you want to get in? Do you want a striker? If you have the choice of just one player, striker in maybe Alvarez, left winger in maybe Barcola or Yildiz, or a backline player, maybe a center back like Konsa, or who's the Barcelona player, Koundé. Would be very interested in that, so let me know. Throwing for Arsenal. So second half, Arsenal are more dominant with the ball, have more ball possession, because also of our substitutions, Guimaraes in, Odegaard in, just players who can keep the ball well. And now some substitutions for Como. Yet again, please don't ask me after these players. I don't know hardly any of them or haven't heard of them. But Como is a good side, or was a good side last season in the Serie A. I think they finished 5th or 6th. So, yeah, I think they're a decent side. So let's find out who comes in. Mixed bag. Strikers, or striker maybe. But let's focus on Arsenal. So I just will look up. How many changes did we have before? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we're stacked. I think that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 12 changes already. Don't know how many you can have, but that sounds like plenty. And this also takes some time to get them all off the field. And then I think shortly after that, which minute are we in? 68. Could see this cooling break yet again. Well done by Arsenal. This is, by the way, who space shoots. Gets another corner. Another set piece for Arsenal. At least we'll get many set pieces today, and maybe we will take opportunity of one at least. So Mosquera comes into the box, big lad. Also Calafiori, not too small. Havertz in. And Salmon, of course. Come on, Arsenal. Madueke with the cross. Good cross. Another header in for Arsenal. Another header in. Como. Ooh. Nearly Mosquera got it, and a great shot by Arsenal. Who was it? Great shot by Arsenal. Madueke. Yeah, it was a little bit ping pong in the box. Then you thought Como would have cleared it, but then Madueke, yeah, the shot was central, but it was powerful enough to get us another corner. And yet again, Madueke, 70th minute, another corner for Arsenal. Come on, we need to score of one of them. At least, I don't know, the 8th, the 10th corner. Madueke ball in, short one. Ooh. That could have been dangerous. Como defender headed the ball. Looked dangerously to be an own goal, but in the end, there was nothing in it, unfortunately. And now a corner from the other side. It's all this. He's a good set piece taker. Come on. Come on, Zolas, make me proud. Good assist. Come on. Second goal for Arsenal. Come on, come on, come on. Ball in. Oi! Nearly was over the line. Direct corner. What was happening here? Goalkeeper says he was pushed a little bit, yes. I don't think there was much, but he got lucky. He just was surprised to getting the ball on his hand, on his arm. I think he's the weakest link so far in this team, because he was at fault for the goal they conceded. This is Coman on the right side, but we're pressing nicely. Havertz presses well, and now yet again, oof, what was that? Then they make a mistake in midfield that we cannot capitalize because we are sloppy with the ball. Yes, but it's preseason. You can try stuff here. But wouldn't it be nice to have a second goal and to win it today in front of the a clash against City, even though it's just a community shield? Would be nice. Como in ball possession. But they don't do much with the ball, actually. I think Arsenal are defending well in the second half, except the goal we conceded. But it's a more focused side, this one today. Nearly Dollis can keep the ball in for Arsenal, but loses it then finally. It seems like the speed is a little bit out of this game. Nicely done by the Como defender this time. They can play out from the back. But Arsenal is very, very aggressive and wins the ball back yet again. And that's a foul. Cleverly taken foul by Mikel Merino. By the way, K, not a corner. No? Nah, it's a goal kick, unfortunate. I thought he won not a corner. Takes on his man. But well done by the Como defender. You gotta give him that. It was hot in here. Hot outside. Not a bad ball. This is Havertz and just misses the target. Just a miss hit. 5 meters or yards wide. Just miss hit the ball. So there's the cooling break. A late one, I think. 75th minute. But after the first cooling break, we scored, so maybe that's a shout. So once again, I just check what we've seen so far. 13 shots for Arsenal, just 3 for Como. 5 on targets for us, 2 for Como just. Yeah, ball possession wise, fairly even actually. And yeah, that's it. 14 clearances of Como, that's plenty. That's plenty. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being live with me here. And if you like what I'm doing here, I'm SevGunner. I'll try to be here every Arsenal game. If I manage that, would be great. But if you want to see me again, just turn in and check out my YouTube page. Coming out shorts, coming out also some long form videos. But right now, yeah, just excited for this opportunity for Arsenal, and also to this opportunity to share with you, the community, my thoughts. Yeah, just glad that you are here. Thank you. And if you would like, and if you enjoy what you see, you can rate me, you can hype this video or hype this channel, and also you can subscribe, of course, as you wish. No pressure. But of course, it would help me out, the community here, which I'm building. 75th minute, so cooling break. You see Gabriel Heinze, coach, former player, just with some instructions. Yeah, I'm sorry, my screen was buffering. So 77th minute, and the ball is rolling yet again. Offside by Como. Replay out from the back. What I find is really nice. Let's just let me check it out. But Salman is still in here. So he's the only player who gets maybe full 90. That would be amazing for a 16-year-old. Would give him a huge boost, I think. I think preseason or not preseason, it's a huge deal for a 16-year-old. This has to be. So Manueki yet again, very active, very lively. But the end product wasn't there so far. This is Salmon. It's a good pass, actually. Is this Solis? No. Another corner for Arsenal. Corner after corner after corner, and I hope we see a goal here. Solis, well played in. This is, I think, Marino. Try to cross it. And this is another chance for Arsenal. And this is another Solis corner kick. Come on, 79th minute. Come on, score, score, score. Come on. Gotta shut it out. Great ball in. Header back. Nearly. Mosquera scored. Nearly Mosquera. Mosquera with a chance. What was happening here? Just mishit the ball. I don't know. 3 to 4 meters in front of goal, but he is a center back. So the chance wasn't very likely. Maybe with a header. I give him that. So we played from the back yet again. 80th minute. But the second half is way better than the first half, of course, with many substitutions, also many starting 11 players, or many players who have the caliber for the starting 11. With Game Maris in, with Odegaard in, also Mikel Merino, so players who are safe with the ball and who can pass. I'll be interested in who is your man of the match after the game. Tell me in the chat. Let me know. And who are you positively surprised in this game? I would say Salman had a decent game, had a good game. Just 16 years old, so this is the end also for the Como keeper. Who comes out, the captain, who was at mistake, at fault for the first goal for Arsenal. In comes Butes. Okay. Looks like a little bit like Peter Cech with his mask, because he may get injured. Or is it just a precautionary measure? So once again, ball's rolling. Foul. It's not a foul? That was not a foul? Really? I'm surprised. And now foul from Bruno Guimaraes. That was a foul. '82nd minute. Still 1-1. One goal for Arsenal in the first half. Master Skelly scored after a howler from the goalkeeper, who just came out a few moments ago. And then Como scored at the beginning of the second half. But for me, actually, this looks like the best performance so far in preseason, even though it's just a 1-1. Now we've got to be careful. Kepa's fast on his feet and clears the ball away. No, this is Raya. I'm sorry. Raya is in. It's confusing. So many changes. But Raya is a fast goalkeeper, and I think one of the best. So I was very skeptical when we had Ramsdale, and he had, I think, a good spell at Arsenal until the end, where he was a little bit lackluster. But when Raya came in, I just thought, you've got Ramsdale, look decent. But in the end, I think we're all happy to have Raya in goal, because he's top 3 goalkeeper in the world. Chancellor for Como on the left-hand side. 4 against 4. Actually a decent moment, but Raya's there. There was no problem for Raya this time. any problems at all so far for him. But chance for Como. They haven't had many in the second half. They had their goal, and I cannot remember any chance at all after that. This was the first, I think, so needed almost one half to get another shot. Good sign for our defense, our back line. It can happen, of course. Because I think the players have to get in match fitness back again, and also the sharpness for situations like these. This is Mosquera. Salman. Come on, get a goal. Get something for the fans in the stadium and for us who are patiently waiting. Havertz. Havertz is in an offside position. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. So the new goalkeeper with his first goal kick. Maybe he will also be nervous like the one who came out before, who started this game. Salman, good ball. Solis. Nearly loses the ball, but recovers. Calafiori. And this is Mosquera. I looked a little bit shaky with Gabriel in tandem against Dortmund, and we conceded 2 goals. This has to be fixed before the start of the season. And it doesn't matter if there's a Saliba or not. Of course it matters, but it can not matter for us. We have to have a big enough squad to, just can deal with his loss for some time. I hope he comes back as soon as possible, but healthy. That's the most important thing, just healthy. And otherwise, I think we should go for another center back. We should go for a striker and a left winger. That's my wish list. I know we football fans, we have a wish list. It's like FIFA for us, or it's like, I don't know, a football manager or so. But it's not, of course. But I think we should be an attractive side for signings. We're the champions of the Premier League. I think the hardest league in the world. So, or one of the two. I would say the hardest. And nearly a good ball in. Nearly Howard was there. Just with a little bit, played with a little bit too much power. The assist. Now Como has the ball. Arsenal presses. But not as high as in the first half. A little bit more reserved, but of course. Just 10 minutes to go. It's a friendly. At the end of the day, foul from Arsenal, foul from Madueke yet again. And we'll make another change. Young lad will come in. For Salmon, who almost played 90 minutes. What a good spell. Good spell from him. Good game. Promising young talent for us. And I think we will see him again. We will see him again at Arsenal. I don't know. For 16 years, he just seems like he's calm and he's cool. Seems like it. And now a big mistake by Arsenal, playing out from the back. I think it was Mosquera. Chance for Como. Oof. And David Raya just saves it. Thank goodness he has quick feet. But it nearly was a gift from Mosquera with a bad ball. And again, number 17 with a shot. Who's that? He looks decent. $17. Jesus Rodriguez, okay. He looks decent. Spaniard, 20 years of age, okay. Maybe a big talent. And afterwards he hugs Raya. Spanish lads. Nice moment. Corner kick for Como. 80th minutes. Come on, we cannot concede here. We gotta finish strong. Okay, we get the ball away. This is a chance for Arsenal. This is Havertz now. Havertz in front of goal. Scores, but it's an offside. Yet again. Frustrating. Gets on my nerves a little bit. The next offside situation. So 90th minute. Will we see any additional minutes? Or was the preseason game number 3 and then it's just the Community Shield for Arsenal on Sunday. I'm live there. So join me if you like what I'm doing. So this is it, full time. No additional minutes, 1-1 Arsenal against Como. And they shake hands, Arteta and Fabregas. Don't know what they're talking about, but they know each other. And it's all smiles on the bench. Yeah, it was a better performance from Arsenal than against Betis. It was a better performance against Dortmund. And then against Dortmund, I think it was decent. We saw no Saka today. We started with, I would say, B11 in the first half. And yeah, we mixed in many A players, many experienced players. Odegaard. Guimaraes got his first minutes, looked good in his spell, especially in the first few minutes of the second half. Mazzucchelli with a goal. I think that's the best answer to give to Chelsea and to Manchester United, that he is willing to do everything to sacrifice it for Arsenal, and he will be an Arsenal player. Sorry, but that's what it is, I think. And yeah, I would say let's go right into the players who impressed me today. I think Eze had a strong cameo, the first 30 minutes. I think Martinelli had a good spell, actually. Salmon was very solid. For 16 years old, he looked maturer than for 16 years old. He looked like more like a player who's 2022. And I think Mazzucchelli was very active and he got his goal, fortunately. I think these were the better ones in the first half and in the game. And also, I thought Guimaraes looked decent. Madueke tried, but Madueke always tries, but the end product unfortunately isn't there always. That frustrates me and I think many Arsenal fans. But let's not wait any longer. I think man of the match for me today, I would give it to the goal scorer, Mazzucchelli. He looked active. He had his goal. He had a few active moments, and I think we cannot forget about Wanyeri. I think Wanyeri was very good in the first half, and we shouldn't sell him. And if we sell him, we should have the buyback option. In worst case, I would loan him if Arteta doesn't think he will get enough minutes. But he's just 19, and I think he had a good game as well. So my man of the match, Mazzucchelli. I think it was the best preseason game we saw so far. It was a good performance. It was not perfect, far from perfect. At the end, we had a little bit of luck. Como came back and they had 2 shots at the end. But I think it was a good game so far. And yeah, stats wise, we were the more dominant side. Shots wise, 14 to just 5, but 5 to 4 on targets. So there was not much between us, between the two teams. And yes, What can I say else? I think it was a great performance, but it was a decent performance. I'm sorry, by Arsenal. It was not perfect, as I said before. And yes, man of the match, Miles Skelly. I'm looking forward to the Community Shield. I'm very excited for that. I will be there back live. I hope with you. And if you like what I'm doing, just share, hype, and subscribe, as they say. And yes, it was impressive, of course. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. It was nice having you here. Yeah, just was a good game. Was a good experience for us. And yeah, what can I say? Let's just watch the Arsenal players. They look like they had fun today. Yeah, it wasn't a win, but they just talked it through. And yes, we've got this friendly penalty session. But I gotta tell you, I don't know, it's worth any time. If you watch it, enjoy it. But I will see you on Sunday. Till then, I'm out. SevGunner, peace.